Hatsan MPA semi-automatic tactical shotgun. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD, and this is quite a popular shotgun now, mainly because it's quite a budget shotgun as far as these type of guns are concerned. In the UK you can grab one of these brand new now for quite a bit under £500. So I thought I'd just throw out a video just to show a few simple modifications that you can do to this gun with minimal gunsmithing involved. So basically I'll just show you what I've done to it. These mods that I've done to this gun are mainly, you know, cosmetic, and they will add a little bit to the performance of it as well as adding a little bit to the weight, but you'll see what I mean as I go through it. So let's just go from the stock end. First of all, let's make sure she's safe. Right then, so stock end, anyone that knows me will know that I'm a lefty, so I've got this material shell holder on the stock to cover Hatsan's emergency shell holder, which is under there. Basically you can keep 2 shells in there basically, but me being a lefty, that kind of affects my cheek weld on the stock, so I've put this thing on just to make it more comfortable for me. And not only that, it adds 5 shells in the process to the firepower of this gun as far as carrying ammo on it's concerned. So that literally is a real cheap option. Obviously you can spin that round for right-handers. I know there's 1 or 2 of you out there, but me being a lefty, that's how I've got it rigged up, just mainly for comfort, but it's an added bonus that I can keep shells there as well. Then I'm out of breath holding this because it's quite heavy, because I've got it loaded with the 6 slug shot cartridges, so there's 6 ounces straight away there. But this is the King Armoury side saddle that fits the MPA. I've done a review on this side saddle and basically step by step how to fit it. Real good option. I'll put a link in the video to where you can get these from. I think I paid, I can't remember offhand, but it was fairly cheap anyway. Obviously not as expensive as a Tacstar one, but the King Armoury one, I mean this one is a real good side saddle. It seems to do the job. The only thing I don't like about it is the big chunky screws that you get with it. I did mention that in the video about the King Armoury side saddle. One day I will swap those out for something that looks a little bit better. Mainly possibly get some stainless steel ones, possibly, don't know. But that's the side saddle. Check out them slugs. 6 ounces there of lead, plus the side saddle, so it's making this gun a little bit weighty at the minute. But yeah, that's the side saddle. And then another simple modification which I did once I've first purchased this gun was to get some skateboard grip tape and just run it down either side. Oh, I'm just closing the action there. Run it down either side of the fore end just to add a bit of traction, and then run a strip underneath as well. So that just makes the fore end loads more grippy. On the fore end of this shotgun I've got a tactical light fitted onto the rail. Now this is mainly, you know, just for that second kind of call, but if you're using one of these guns for sort of home defence in a country that allows it, obviously, you'll want to fit a light on this gun. This is a pistol tactical light, so it is bright. It's a cross-firing or X-firing NT. It is actually a copy, it's just an airsoft copy, but it's quite bright. It's a Cree LED light. You just basically see this lever here, you just click that for on. You can do it either side as well. It's kind of ambidextrous. Or if you hold it on, you get strobe which is pretty cool. But I just thought I'd throw that on there mainly for the second kind of cool factor. But it's nice and compact, and it's nice and light with it being a pistol light, so I thought that was a pretty cool option, and it's not really sort of in the way of anything there. It's way out front, and plus it looks cool as well. It is a little bit offset with the way it's mounted. That's just down to the how the mount is on it, but cool light, very effective as well. But in a home defense role, you probably want something a little bit brighter, although in the pitch black this thing does light up a room, especially on the strobe. But yeah, cool option there, and like I say, this is an airsoft copy, does the job. And you've got a quick release mount there as well, so you just literally flick that thing up and this will just come off as quick as that. And then when we move along to the loud end of this gun, we've got the Trulock Door Buster Tactical Breacher, whatever you want to call it. Great option there to really give your gun a finishing touch, pretty much. I reviewed one of these, just check out that video. I'll put a link in the details of this video. Worth a look. Great little door buster. It really does, like I say, it does look mean, and it does soak up a little bit of the recoil, believe it or not. It does get rid of the gases out the sides, and it does affect recoil a little bit. But yeah, good option there. The threads on these things are a little bit long on the Trulock Door Buster, so you end up having to put an rubber O-ring in there just to cover up the excessive thread. But you hardly notice it once you've got an O-ring on there. As far as chokes are concerned on this Hatsan MPA, I'd recommend getting an extended choke, such as this Trulock Door Buster or Door Breacher. Definitely worth getting, because I know one or two people that have actually blown the barrels on the MPAs because the shot has literally gone behind the chokes that come with the gun as standard, because they've worked loose and obviously it's blown the end of the barrel. At least with these, you haven't got to worry about bringing your choke tool with you if you're doing a practical shotgun competition or something. Just whenever you rack your gun, you can just make sure that thing's tight all the time, just by hand. Obviously don't sort of shred your fingers on the end there, but it is a good option. I'm a big fan of extended chokes like this, because you have basically got the option just to make sure it's tight and you don't need a tool to do it. So from a safety point of view, and obviously the safety of your gun, because you don't want to blow your gun to bits, good option. You'll notice as well that I've taken off the front sight. I did this when I first purchased this shotgun. I just wasn't happy with the profile of it and how pretty sort of big it was and bulky, and plus it was a black blade as well on this shotgun that I got, so it didn't really show up against the steels I was shooting. So I ended up taking it off, and when you do take it off, you're left with this block on top of the barrel. I ended up painting that with some of Mrs. RACKNLOAD's favourite nail varnish, that fluorescent pink, and that shows up well in between the two fibre optic sights on the rear. And then when you're shooting up against steel, it does really show up well. So that was just a simple mod. I mean, that's mainly my preference. I mean, you might be happy with the sights on the MPA, but I just weren't really that keen on the front sight, to be honest. But that's it, guys, really. I mean, just some simple modifications that you can do to the MPA. The door buster, tactical light, get an airsoft one if your budget doesn't stretch to something sort of really uber real and tactical. But this is pretty cool, it works well. And again, the King Armoury side saddle, real good option. Just hate those screws. I really need to do something with them. And then if you want, especially if you're a lefty, worth getting a material shell holder for the stock. Good way of covering up that emergency shell holder that Hatsan call it. And that's pretty much it, guys. Obviously you can do other stuff for these that require quite a bit more gunsmithing. Like for instance, you can extend the mags to make these guns 10+1 instead of 7+1. That's a good option, but it will take a little bit of gunsmithing to do that. I will do it to this one day. It's just when time allows, really. But I'm happy with it. 7+1. It's for practical shooting. It's pretty good. You know, it's the capacity's up there with most shotguns that are used in practical shooting these days. You know, if you want to be greedy and extend your mag, then go for it. But don't forget, it will add a little bit more extra weight. And when you're running around with these things, they are heavy enough. Especially if you've got a side saddle full of slug like that. You're going to feel it running around. I know you can also do a modification to the loading gate as well, just to get rid of that annoying finger there that you have to press to get the cartridges in. Just wish these things were like Benelli's, for instance, where you've just got a single gate which you can basically just hit anywhere with the shell to get the thing loaded up, especially when you're against the clock. But I do find this thing a bit of a bear trap, to be honest, but you do get used to it. But that is a modification you can do. I've not done it on this yet. It is on my to-do list. So that's your rack and load recommended modifications for the Hatsan MPA. Thanks for watching, guys.